Now, just to set the stage, as I was going through my notes and this topic, I came across a quote from the UN Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres. And he was talking about young people. And he said that you, young people, have every right to be angry. I am angry too, because we are on the verge of the climate abyss, and I don't see enough urgency or political will to address the emergency. So we will see how much anger there is here this afternoon, based on Antonio Guterres' analysis. In 2019, there was a Laudato Si Generation Africa conference hosted in Nairobi, where I live. And Cardinal Turkson sent his message and was read by, at the time, the Secretary of the Dicastery for Promoting Integral Human Development. And part of what he said, Cardinal Turkson, to us was that you, young people, are the generation that will be remembered for helping the church implement Laudato Si to be more prophetic and coherent in her vocation to care for our common home. And since we started, we've been trying to find how we become more prophetic and coherent. And Cardinal Turkson said that it is this generation that will help the church to do that. And this afternoon, we will hear some of the work they are doing to help us implement Laudato Si. When Laudato Si came along and I was going through it, the first paragraph that struck me was paragraph 13, in which Pope Francis says, young people demand change, hence my t-shirt. They wonder how anyone can claim to be building a better future without thinking of the environmental crisis and the sufferings of the excluded. And so this afternoon also, we will see and we will hear from young people and how they are demanding change. So let's get this party started. I will begin to my immediate left with Jessica. So Jessica, I would like you to share with us your personal journey, because you're talking about mobilizing young people. And I think the fact that you are here means you've already been mobilized. And so I'm wondering, what is it that inspired you, or who, or where, how did you get started on this journey?
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Jessica Donisian. I'm from Tanzania. I'm working with Catholic Youth Network for Environmental Sustainability in Africa, SAINESA, as Deputy Country Director of Tanzania chapter. Well, as a Catholic girl, I was raised actually in strong Catholic values since my childhood. And throughout the journey, I have taught what is wrong, what is right by my family, school, church, and everything. But throughout my journey, I didn't come up with a strong commitment of like taking care of a common home or something like that until I met SAINESA when I was in university, actually my third year. So through SAINESA, it's where I came to hear about Laudato Si. Actually, it was late. Laudato Si was Pope actually wrote it like 6 years later, like earlier. So I came to hear that after connecting with SAINESA. So I read it carefully, and actually I came to realize that to be Christian is not all about praying, worshiping, and I truly get to know I have a lot to do. I have a lot I didn't do for those years, but I'm not too late. So the thing which was truly motivated me is to see Pope, like, I'm Catholic, so I want to say, oh, Pope, what is he want to tell us? So Laudato Si, the encyclical itself motivates me, and actually, because it's connected directly with my faith, and actually seeing I'm doing something which is God wants me to do. It's part of my vocation that's give me inner strength and energy to keep doing it because in one ways or another I want to please God. So after reading the encyclical, actually, especially in first paragraph, I realized that Laudato Si itself is motivated me in a way that I have to embrace a common home. It said that the earth is a common home and it is like a sister with whom we share our life and a beautiful mother who opens her arms to embrace us. But another thing which came truly within me is when Pope said that this is a responsibility, it's a moral duty. So I told myself, you know what, you have no option. Please keep it up. So since that day, I started actually 2023, I found inner motivation. So no one to push me because I know, yeah, this is part of what I have to do as a Christian as well. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Jessica. Inner motivation. Bernard.
My name is Kawa Bernard. I work with Laudato Youth Initiative, and our work mainly is to try and contextualize and localize the Laudato Si encyclical. And what motivated me to this kind of initiative is my background is in the media. The time the encyclical came out, I was working with a newspaper called Daily Monitor newspaper as a news reporter. And we realized these days the media doesn't give attention to environmental issue or ecological issues. That is mainly because the media focuses on a larger audience that would bring in money, would buy the newspaper or watch those programs that are running on our media platform. So I realize youth are left out in this debate. And therefore, using my media experience of packaging content, we decided to start working with younger people in packaging environmental related content by making short videos, and these short videos are the ones we screen in schools, in those schools where we have clubs, and the students in our clubs engage on that content or those issues that we do content around. So the model we use largely is school clubs, and we have school clubs across the country. We have in northern Uganda, we have in western Uganda, we have in eastern Uganda, and therefore to try and attract the youth to this kind of information is we package that content into kind of short films around certain issues. We pick an issue and do content around that, and we go in schools, screen this content, and these students get attracted by how we have packaged the content and are able to engage in that particular issue after watching the video. So basically that's our model of reaching out to these younger people and attracting them to listen to this issue, understand what Laudato Si is all about, and therefore they are able also to have a voice in advocating for some policies and maybe influencing their communities and other people that they interact with. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernard. Fantastic. And we'll have a deep dive more into those tools and strategies that you're using to mobilize young people. Now we go to Sandra, our wonderful host right here at BLI. What motivated you to get involved and started?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Kaitesi Sandra from Bethany Land Institute, right where we are, from Uganda. I'm so honored to be part of this panel. Yeah, for me, what motivated me to join the care of our common home, it was coming to Bethany Land Institute. That was my first step. Because before Bethany Land Institute, I really knew nothing about environmental conservation and what's happening to our common home. I knew nothing about the environmental degradation, though I was seeing, but I had no knowledge about this. So it was coming to Bethany Land Institute where I found interesting modules like Integral Ecology, Laudato Si, the encyclical itself, then leadership, emotional intelligence, and everything at BLI, the system, the way things are done. I found here they told us mosquitoes are our brothers, everything is our sister. Yeah, we are sisters and brothers. And I got to know that interconnectedness between everything, between the ecosystem and we human beings. When I read the encyclical, I was motivated most and inspired by Laudato Si 160, which says, what kind of world do we want to leave to the next generation, or to the people who are coming after us, to the young people who are growing, and of course to our grandchildren or the next generation. Yeah, that inspired me most, and I was like, I need to do something. Whenever I could sit down in my room, I was like, what can I do? What can I do to solve this as a person? Like, I've got this education, I've got this awareness, then I need to do something so that even the people who are not at BLI, even the people who not managed to come at BLI can get to know about this. With my fellow youth, we decided to form a youth initiative called VLAN TV to create awareness about environment, to promote environmental education, sustainability, and economics in integral ecology.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sandra. Wonderful. And now we move to Daniel. Daniel, tell us your story. What's going on, man? How did you get started?
Thank you so much. My name is Daniel Chirimwami from DR Congo. I'm work now in Sainesa, Catholic Youth Network for Environmental Sustainability in Africa. My best motivation comes from the pollution who affected my country. It was my best motivation. For me, I take more time to think about the pollution who affected my country, and then I decide to work for environmental sustainability. Then I think about poor who are affected in my side. When I think about them, I decide to work. I begin to work myself, and then I read firstly, my first attempt to read Laudato Si encyclic. I take time to read this, and after I take more time also to mobilize some youth in my side. I begin to ask them, what's your work and to protect our age? And then sometimes I ask myself, what is my work in this Laudato Si? What I need to do with my young people who are my colleagues? I ask all the time my questions about my engagement. Then I decide to work, and after my work, I decide also to engage more young people with my involvement. And to engage them, I use some time I ask them the question, are you leader or no? Yes or no? They tell me, we will be leader. I tell them, we are not leader for tomorrow. We need to lead, we are leader for today. Someone can tell you that you are leader, you will become leader, but as young we are leader, and we need to work for our common home, now and not tomorrow, because our future depends with our action we done today. And that was my big motivation.
Thank you, Daniel, and thank you for reminding us how young
Story has been like from childhood, right from home, growing up as a Catholic girl, and then studying in Catholic schools. Many of you know how you go to schools where nuns are mentors to you. You know, we have been groomed in those schools. I was in primary school with nuns for a period of 7 years. And you know, we used to do demonstration gardens. While I was in school, the food we used to eat would come from school gardens. Matoke, cassava, potatoes, beans. You see trucks bringing in this food in school, and you as students, as early as 12 years, early as 10 years, you are the people peeling this food. So you actually know where the food is coming from. Besides that, schools teach a lot. We do science fairs. We are doing model gardens. So it's just a lot. When I get into high school, I still get a chance to go to a Catholic school, a Holy Cross school. And this is where still I have been groomed. I am seeing a lot of agriculture going on, and with curriculums that we're having, teaching agriculture, I mean, this is how my story starts. Getting to know about Laudato Si, the encyclical, I mean, was during COVID time. COVID-19, we are in school, and this is when I start reading Laudato Si, and then interpreting Laudato Si, the encyclical itself, and besides that, making my very, very first videos of Laudato Si, interpreting all the series, and then also of late 2023, interpreting Laudate Deum and doing videos for it. So I mean, that has been my story until date. I am a president of Laudato Si clubs and that are founded by Laudato Youth Initiative. Thank you.
What an amazing initiative, and well done. Now we'll hear from Caleb, also from BLI. My brother, how did you end up here? What motivated you?
Yes, thank you. I want to start with appreciations. Father Arthur started with that, but I'll second him, and I'll also extend more appreciations, because I started, no, this is my first palaver, and my preparations were a team effort. And I want to thank my friends who helped me with this preparation. Now, how I came to be motivated to being at BLI and knowing about Laudato Si, it's a long story, but I'm going to cut it short. I'm a South Sudanese by blood, and I've never been to South Sudan, but I want to be there. I'm an integral ecologist, a caretaker, and I call myself an eco-warrior. And my name is actually Wani Caleb, and it all starts with what moved me. And that's where I grew up, in Chirandongo district. I came to realize the village I grew in, people relied more on agriculture. And I studied there, I grew there, I started teaching. And I realized the challenges that I was facing, it's what the children I was teaching were facing. And that's how parents, families, they resorted to synthetic farming, and they were actually selling land so that their children could study. And I related to that because my family too, we were going through the same struggles. I was not able to reach my A-levels. I stopped in my O-levels. And what struck me was this. They say, you call it our common home, and yet it feels like the poor are renting land for a broken foundation. Because they were pouring in so much into agriculture and getting so little. Children were not able to go back to school, and it touched me. My inspiration was actually Wangari Maathai. I was actually reading that book, a book on Wangari Maathai. And she inspired me. And it was backed up with Laudato Si when I came to BLI. And what made me join this movement so much was what I saw in the youth. They are waiting for change, and yet we are the change. The change is not coming from anywhere. We are the change. Yes, thank you.
We are the change. Amazing. Now, you realize that most of the time when we speak about youth, we speak about them as if they were one homogeneous group. But you can see the variety and diversity of experiences, of motivations, and what led these amazing young people to what they're doing right now.